Before you start shadowing, it helps to wake up your mouth and your confidence. Find a mirror and stand comfortably so you can see your face. Take a deep breath and look into your own eyes. Say out loud, I can do this. Repeat it a few times. Notice how your lips and jaw move. This simple mirror exercise trains you to watch your mouth as you speak. When you can see the shape of each sound, you learn to make the words more clearly. As you practice, your voice will feel stronger and you will feel ready to try more. Next, we add feeling to our words. Pick a short sentence, such as, Good morning, how can I help you today? First, say it with a big smile, as if you are very happy. Then say it with a softer voice, as if you are a little nervous. Finally, say it with excitement, as if you have good news to share. By changing your tone, you learn how emotion changes the way English sounds. This helps you speak more naturally and makes your voice more interesting. Now, let us use 4 simple steps to start shadowing. First, listen carefully to a short audio clip or a clear spoken sentence. Do not try to speak yet. Just focus on what you hear. Feel the rhythm and the way the words flow. Second, play the clip again. This time, speak aloud immediately after the speaker. Try to match their pronunciation and timing. Third, pause the clip after each phrase. Say the phrase slowly and clearly, paying attention to every sound. Fourth, record yourself on your phone or computer. Play back your recording and compare it with the original. Celebrate when you hear small improvements. To build a habit, set a 2-minute warm-up challenge. Choose any short sentence. Maybe the first line of Elena's story. Today is my first day working as a waitress. Set a timer and spend 2 minutes doing mirror talk and emotion mimic with that sentence. Watch the way your mouth moves and try all 3 feelings: happy, nervous, and excited. You will notice your voice becoming more confident and expressive in just a few minutes. Preparing your space, it can make practice more pleasant. Find a quiet corner with good light. Sit or stand in a comfortable position. Use headphones if you have them, so you can hear every detail of the speaker's voice. Keep a small notebook nearby to jot down new words or sounds you want to remember. Have a bottle of water on hand to keep your throat clear and rested. A calm, tidy space helps you focus on your voice and your listening. Remember, this beginning phase is about exploration, not perfection. You are giving your mouth and ears time to learn together. Mistakes are part of the process. They show you which sounds or words need more work. Each time you shadow, you build stronger connections in your brain and your mouth. With regular practice, your pronunciation will become clearer and your rhythm will become more natural. When you feel comfortable with these warm-up steps, you will be ready for longer shadowing sessions. Keep using the mirror to guide your mouth. Use emotion mimic to shape your tone. Follow the 4 simple shadowing steps and record your voice to track your progress. Each practice session brings you closer to speaking English with confidence and ease. Take that first step today and watch your voice unlock its full potential. Elena woke before sunrise, her heart fluttering like a small bird against her ribs. She stood in front of her mirror and smoothed the white shirt over her green apron. Taking a slow breath, she repeated to herself, I can do this. Each time she spoke, her voice grew firmer, but her palms still felt damp. She reminded herself that nerves were normal on the first day. When she stepped into Sunny Cafe, the warm scent of fresh bread and coffee greeted her. Mr. Thomas, her new boss, rose from behind the counter and handed her a small notebook and a pen. His voice was calm but firm as he said, "Write down orders carefully and always check the table number." Elena nodded, clutching the notebook as if it were a lifeline. Her first task was to greet a customer in a blue suit who sat alone at table 5. With a gentle smile, she said, "Hello, welcome to Sunny Cafe. What would you like to order?" The man looked up and replied, "I'll have the spaghetti and a soda." Elena wrote each word in her notebook and repeated the order back to him. "Spaghetti and a soda for table 5." He nodded, and she carried the order confidently toward the kitchen. In the heat and rush of pans and steam, Elena handed the plate to a different customer at table 6. She realized her mistake only when a woman at that table smiled and said, "Excuse me, that's my order." Elena's heart sank and her cheeks burned. She turned quickly to her notebook and saw that she had mixed up the table numbers. Gathering her courage, she moved to the man in the suit and said softly, "I'm so sorry, sir. That is not your order. Let me fix this right away." The customer offered a kind smile and reassured her, "It's okay, mistakes happen." Before she could catch her breath, she stumbled on the edge of a chair and the glass of soda flew from her hand. It crashed to the floor, spraying cold liquid across the tile. Elena froze, wishing she could disappear into the wall. Summoning every ounce of courage, she knelt down and said, "I'm very sorry. Let me clean this up." To her surprise, the man in the suit bent down beside her and said, "Don't worry, I'll help." Together they wiped the spill, and Elena felt a small spark of relief. When her shift ended, Elena found Maria, the cafe chef, slicing fresh rolls behind the counter. She took a deep breath and said, "Maria, thank you for helping me today. I was so scared after those mistakes." Maria smiled and placed a gentle hand on Elena's shoulder. "You did well. You fixed every problem and kept your cool. That is real strength." Elena felt pride bloom in her chest. "Now it is your turn to practice. Imagine you are Elena and a customer. Use a notebook to write down each order, then speak both sides of the conversation. Record yourself greeting the customer, taking the order, and correcting a mistake. This role play flash gives you real English practice in a safe setting. Next, try an emotion tagging exercise. Write down 5 feelings Elena experienced: nervousness, embarrassment, relief, gratitude, and pride. Next to each feeling, copy one sentence from Elena's day, such as, "I'm so sorry, sir," or "Don't worry, I'll help." Read each sentence aloud, matching the feeling behind it. This helps you connect the words with real emotion, making your English more alive. Finally, reflect on your practice. Which moment in Elena's story made you feel most connected? Perhaps it was the nervous greeting or the kind help from the customer. Write down 3 personal goals for your next shadowing session. Maybe you want to focus on clear pronunciation of spaghetti, or practice the rhythm of apology phrases like, "I'm very sorry." Setting small, clear goals will guide your learning and build your confidence. By following Elena's journey, you have practiced gentle self-talk, clear instructions, friendly greetings, sincere apologies, and emotional connection. Each step helps you grow from mistakes to mastery, Keep practicing these moments, and you will find yourself speaking English with more ease and warmth every day. Now that you have followed Elena's story and practiced her key lines, let us build on that work with new words and fresh activities. First, review the phrases you already know. You learned how to say drop a plate when something falls by accident and run away when you feel scared or embarrassed. Now add double check, which means to check something one more time to be sure, and spill proof, which describes a cup or a container that stops liquids from spilling. Practice each phrase in two ways. Say it slowly, feeling each word, then say it just a little faster, as if you were in a real conversation. Next, try a speed shadow drill. Choose a short sentence from Elena's day, such as, I'll have the spaghetti and a soda. Play it at normal speed and shadow it, speaking right after the original voice. When you feel ready, increase the clip speed by 10% and shadow again. Keep going until you reach a speed that feels challenging. This drill trains your ear to follow faster speech while still speaking clearly. After that, use contrast drills. Pick any sentence you have practiced. First, read it very slowly, focusing on each sound. For example, say spaghetti in slow motion. Then read the same sentence as quickly as you can while staying clear. This contrast helps you notice how English can stretch or tighten, and it makes your speech more flexible. To bring in creativity, use a picture prompt. Find or draw a simple scene of sunny cafe. It might show tables, chairs, a counter, and people talking. Describe the picture in one sentence. For example, Sunny Cafe is busy with customers enjoying coffee. Record your sentence, then shadow it, matching the tone and rhythm. Next, add a second sentence. Elena carries a tray of spaghetti carefully between tables. Record and shadow that too. This exercise helps you turn a visual idea into spoken English and then practice it several times. Another way to grow is through story continuation. Imagine what happens next after Elena's shift. Write 2 or 3 new sentences in English, such as, After work, Elena celebrates with Maria over a slice of pie. Then practice shadowing your own lines. Record yourself saying the new sentences with confidence and clear emotion. This step lets you create your own story in English and then practice speaking it just like the original parts. To keep your progress steady, join a 7-day shadowing challenge. Spend 10 minutes each day on a specific task. On days 1 and 2, focus on mirror talk and emotion mimic using phrases from part 1. On days 3 and 4, role play key dialogues from Elena's journey. On days 5 and 6, do the speed shadow and contrast drills with your expanded vocabulary. On day 7, complete the picture prompt and story continuation exercises. At the end of each day, note one thing you did well and one thing you want to improve tomorrow. This simple log keeps you motivated and shows how much you grow in just 1 week. Remember that every practice session, even a short one, adds value. Your voice becomes smoother, your pronunciation clearer, and your confidence stronger. Mistakes are part of learning. When you slip on a word, pause, smile, and try again. Each correction makes you better. Finally, set a simple goal. Share your favorite shadowing clip or a short recording of your own lines with a friend or teacher. Feedback and encouragement from others will lift your spirits and help you see where to focus next. Let your voice be heard. Speak up in English and embrace each chance to practice. Your journey from listener to speaker grows a little more every day. Keep shadowing, keep smiling, and keep growing. Your English voice has new strength, and the world is ready to hear it. Elena's story shows us how a simple day can become a powerful lesson. From the moment she woke up feeling nervous, she took a deep breath and told herself, I can do this. She arrived at Sunny Cafe, met her new boss, Mr. Thomas, and learned to write down each order carefully. When she brought the wrong plate to a customer, she did not run away. Instead, she apologized, corrected her mistake, and earned a kind smile. Later, she dropped a glass of soda and felt embarrassed, but a customer helped her clean up. By the end of her shift, Elena had turned her mistakes into moments of learning. She talked with her friend Maria and felt proud of how she handled every challenge. In her journey from mistakes to mastery, Elena found her confidence and her voice. The deepest lesson we can draw from Elena's day is that mistakes are not failures, but steps on the path to growth. When we face a problem, a clear mind and a calm heart help us find a solution. Saying, I'm sorry and let me fix this shows responsibility and respect. When someone offers a helping hand, we learn the power of kindness and community. Elena's story reminds us that every error teaches us what to do next time. We grow stronger by facing our fears, asking for help, and practicing again. You can apply this lesson in your own life. If you make a mistake at work or at school, pause, take a breath, and own your error. Then find a way to correct it. Practice small tasks until you feel more confident. Ask a friend or teacher for guidance when you feel stuck. Welcome honest feedback and use it to improve. Just as Elena practiced shadowing to build her English, you can practice life skills to become more resilient and resourceful. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to learn and shine. Congratulations on reaching the end of Elena's story and on improving your English listening and understanding. You have worked hard to follow each scene and each sentence. Now let us check your memory with a quick question. Which moment in Elena's day shows her true strength? A. When she smiled at Mr. Thomas. B. When she calmly fixed her mistakes. Comment A or B below to share your answer and join the conversation. If you enjoyed this story and found it helpful, please subscribe to our channel. Your support gives us the motivation to create more free, high-quality English practice content. If you can, consider making a small donation to help cover our production costs. Every gift, big or small, makes a real difference as we work to bring you more stories and lessons. Thank you for learning with us.